Hi everyone, hope all of you are doing great. So I am back with one more video and I am shooting this video for a newly launched engine oil that is made by Polytron or a Polylube in a 10W-50 grade. So earlier it was not available. It was available only for 350 series of engine only, those who are using 15W-50 grade. But now it is available in 10W-50 grade also. So a little background about this purchase. So basically I am using it in a Interceptor 650. So earlier Royal Enfield was using Elf Moto engine oil that was made by Total France, and it was an imported engine oil, and it was having a very good quality. But then they changed the vendor and now they are using HP branded engine oil. So to be very honest, that oil is not that great, because if you are riding 100 or 120 kilometer and then after you will feel like engine is losing its steam, and engine heating is also on a higher side. So I decided to change or to get some other alternative option, and but as usual my motorcycle was in warranty, so I have to use HP engine oil only that was supplied by Royal Enfield. So what I did, at that time I started adding 10% Polytron MTC, that is the engine oil additive, in the HP oil, and I got a very good result. And then after I was changing engine oil twice in a year. So once I was using a company oil, that is a HP oil, and on another 6 months I was using Motul 10W-50 oil. So I am using Motul since last 14 to 15 years. Means I was one of the customer who imported Motul from the France, and then after Motul started selling their synthetic range of engine oil in India. So I am very much satisfied with the Motul, right? And this time I wanted to try a different brand, and that's why I bought a Polylube. And there are some reasons why I bought the Polylube. So as I mentioned earlier, I have used Polytron MTC, right? Their additive. So generally I got two observations from my side. So if we are using a Polytron MTC, so in that case the metal deposits, they are getting attracted on magnetic drain plug. So the content was very minimal, very less particles you will find on magnetic drain plug. It does mean it is reducing friction, and that's why it is controlling wear and tear. And if you are reducing friction, it does mean the engine temperature will go down, lubricity will be better, you will be getting a better mileage, and your engine components and parts will be better protected. So that was the success story of a Polytron MTC for me, and I decided to get a Polylube 10W-50. And one another criteria or indication, or one another observation that I would like to highlight, with the Polytron MTC additive, even though I added in HP oil, so engine heating was reduced by almost 90%. So then after I used to floor accelerator, right? And most of the time I was cruising in a triple digit speed, but still I was not getting that heat or engine heat that I used to get with the stock HP oil. So this time I decided to get a new engine oil, that is a Polylube 10W-50, and I am planning to change it as a DIY only. I have bought a new filter from the Royal Enfield, and I have bought a magnetic drain plug washer also. So whenever you are changing engine oil, make sure you are changing washer also. So without wasting time, let's get it started. Basically, this is the engine oil that I was talking about. It is made by Polylube. Now it is Polylube in India. Earlier it was a Polytron MTC, right? And it is a fully synthetic 10W-50 engine oil. They have mentioned premium, and they have claimed power and fuel efficiency will be up by 15%. And immediate reduction in noise, vibration and temperature. So I have used Polytron MTC already, so I can vouch for their claim, because I was getting a consistent 29 to 30 kmpl mileage, and at the same time I was getting a very less engine heat also. So this made me to trust this guy, and most probably I would be the first one, or my Interceptor would be the first one which is using this oil in India, or more precisely in world itself. So generally they are having a additive, right? So what they have done, they have taken a portion of additive, and then after they have blended it with the base oil and with other additives, and they have formed the engine oil. So I hope at least base oil would be from group 3 or group 4 or group 5 oil. So in that case, it will increase your drain interval also. So I am very optimistic for this oil. So let's see how it performs after 5000 km. I generally change engine oil after every 5000 km because company specified interval is 10,000 km. But I don't know if you are aware or not, but these intervals are decided by the company, R&D team and the environmental team. Because more the oil, if people are using more oil at a lesser drain interval, then it will be a burden on our planet. So mechanism of action, if I talk about this oil, then it works by forming a metallic layer, mostly a ceramic kind of layer on the internal component of engine parts. And that's why it reduces the friction by 95%. So if you are reducing friction, it does mean your mileage will be more, your vibration will be reduced, and at the same time you won't get engine hit. So it's a win-win situation. So let's see if it performs up to the expectation. Then I would be the permanent customer of Polytron or Polylube engine oil. They have mentioned military grade lubrication, and the reason behind it, because this Polytron MTC additive, so it is getting used by many nations army also. They are using it for their defense vehicle. Right now, as far as draining of an engine oil is concerned, so generally what we do, so generally हम लोग मोटरसाइकिल का engine start करते हैं, right? And then after we allow it to idle for at least 2 to 3 minutes. So once the engine becomes warm, and then after we are draining the engine oil. But this time I did a different approach. So I rode it for at least 5 to 10 kilometer in a spirited way. And उसके बाद engine को थोड़ा मैंने ठंडा होने दिया. Not necessarily a cool or warm, but it was between warm and hot. And at that time, I discarded the engine oil. And to my surprise, I was able to get around 3400 to 3500 ml of engine oil. Unlike the Royal Enfield's claim, that is a 3100 ml of engine oil. So why you are supposed to do this thing? So generally what happens, engine contains many moving parts, including clutch plates, right? And they are a wear and tear part. So they are releasing their deposits or metal particles within the engine oil. And over a period of time, these particles will be settling down on the bottom of your engine. So you are supposed to use engine plus, or you can use the technique that I already shared with you. And by that way, you can flush out all the sedimented part from your engine.